Imagine a world where nightmares breed, where armored behemoths crush bone with guillotine jaws, where scorpions tower over grown men and millipedes stretch longer than your living room. This isn't science fiction. This is Earth's lost chapter, written in stone and blood. Long before T-Rex took its first breath, monsters ruled our planet with unimaginable ferocity. They didn't hunt in packs or rely on cunning strategy like modern predators. They were living weapons, evolution's first experiments in absolute dominance. For hundreds of millions of years, these creatures terrorized oceans, rivers, and primordial forests. Their fossilized remains tell stories of violence that would make today's apex predators look tame. Tonight, we resurrect the forgotten lords of prehistoric Earth. The Cambrian explosion, when terror was born. 500 million years ago, life took its boldest leap forward. The Cambrian seas erupted with biological innovation. And from this creative chaos emerged Earth's first true nightmare, Anomalocaris canadensis. This creature defied every blueprint nature had tried before. Measuring 2 feet long, Anomalocaris dominated the ancient ocean like nothing else. Its segmented body undulated through Cambrian waters with alien grace. Flexible appendages lined its sides, proto-fins that propelled it through the depths. But the most disturbing features jutted from its face. 2 massive appendages curved forward like grasping elephant trunks. They seized prey with mechanical efficiency, dragging victims toward a circular mouth ringed with inward-pointing teeth. This disc-shaped maw was a one-way gateway to oblivion. Nothing that entered ever escaped. Yet Anomalocaris possessed something even deadlier than its crushing grip. Its eyes changed everything. Each pear-shaped organ measured nearly an inch across. 16,700 individual lenses covered their surface in perfect hexagonal patterns. This gave Anomalocaris compound vision rivaling modern arthropods. Scientists believe these eyes provided nearly 360 degrees of visual coverage. Sharp, panoramic sight in well-lit waters. The evolutionary arms race had begun. Prey developed shells and armor specifically to survive Anomalocaris attacks. For the first time in Earth's history, the hunter truly saw its prey coming. Ordovician oceans, the chambered assassin. Millions of years passed. Seas warmed and life diversified across shallow tropical waters. A new apex predator emerged to claim the throne. Cameroceras, the chambered horn, glided through Ordovician depths with deadly purpose. Unlike anything alive today, this ancient cephalopod carried a straight conical shell. The shell stretched 6.5 feet in some species. Internal chambers filled with gas regulated its buoyancy like a natural submarine. A siphuncle ran along the shell's lower side, controlling depth with precision. From the shell's opening emerged a nightmare of tentacles and beak. The hooked beak could shatter trilobite armor and crustacean shells. A rasping radula tongue shredded flesh from bone. Cameroceras wasn't just large for a cephalopod. It was a perfected killing machine. These predators patrolled waters across North America, Europe, and ancient Asia. For millions of years, nothing challenged their dominance. They were squids wearing battle tanks, armed with tools designed for murder. The Ordovician period belonged to Cameroceras absolutely and completely. Devonian dominance, the age of armored terror. Fast forward to the Devonian, rightfully called the Age of Fishes. The oceans transformed into battlegrounds of unprecedented violence. Evolutionary experimentation reached fever pitch, and 3 monsters rose above all others. The sea scorpion strike, Pterygotus, emerged from the depths like something from humanity's darkest imagination. Nearly 6 feet of armored fury. Compound eyes tracked movement with predatory precision. Curved chelicerae grasped, pierced, and dismembered prey with surgical efficiency. This wasn't a sluggish bottom feeder scavenging scraps. Pterygotus actively hunted using visual acuity that would shame modern predators. Its claws twisted and tore, reducing victims to bite-sized chunks. The mantis shrimp of its era. But Pterygotus had competition. Jaekelopterus stretched even longer at 8.5 feet. Its compound eyes possessed incredibly low interocular angles, providing stereoscopic depth perception. Photoreceptors measured 70 micrometers across, larger than human receptors. This gave Jaekelopterus extraordinary edge detection even in murky, low-light waters. These sea scorpions weren't related to modern scorpions at all. They were eurypterids, aquatic arthropods that perfected predation before vertebrates got serious. The guillotine fish. Then came Dunkleosteus, and everything changed forever. This monster weighed over a ton and stretched 20 feet through Devonian seas. Thick bony plates armored its head and thorax like medieval plate mail. But its most terrifying feature was its jaw. Instead of teeth, Dunkleosteus wielded massive bony blades that functioned like industrial shears. These guillotine jaws generated bite forces between 4,000 and 7,000 newtons. That's enough pressure to slice through arthropod exoskeletons and ammonite shells like butter. Dunkleosteus belonged to the placoderms, now extinct armored fishes that dominated for 100 million years. It was likely an ambush predator, using camouflage in shallow waters. When prey wandered close, those jaws snapped shut with devastating finality. Fossil evidence reveals Dunkleosteus swallowed prey whole, then regurgitated indigestible bones. Boluses of fish remain surround many fossils. Like modern birds of prey, it processed meals efficiently. The coastal shallows belonged to Dunkleosteus absolutely. Its bony jaws could wreck anything. Carboniferous chaos, when giants walked. The world transformed dramatically as continents shifted and oxygen levels soared. This hyperoxic atmosphere allowed arthropods to achieve monstrous proportions. The land became more terrifying than any ocean. The millipede, that wasn't. Arthropleura crawled through Carboniferous forests like a living nightmare. 8.5 feet long, over 100 pounds, the largest arthropod ever to walk on land. Its segmented body resembled modern millipedes, magnified to impossible size. For over a century, scientists debated Arthropleura's evolutionary relationships without its head. Then CT scans revealed fossilized juvenile skulls. Stalked eyes curved outward like alien antennae. Centipede-like mandibles suggested carnivorous tendencies. The stalked eyes puzzled researchers immediately. Such features appear in aquatic creatures, not terrestrial ones. Current theory suggests juvenile Arthropleura spent more time in water than adults. They may have lost stalked eyes upon maturation. Despite its fearsome size, Arthropleura likely wasn't an apex predator, more opportunistic omnivore than hunter. But imagine encountering this giant millipede in a dark prehistoric forest. Terror would be justified. The freshwater king. While arthropods dominated land, vertebrates conquered freshwater with equal ferocity. Whatcheeria deltae ruled Carboniferous lakes 328 million years ago. 6 feet of pure predatory muscle. This massive amphibian resembled an enormous salamander with powerful limbs and fang-filled jaws. It could go anywhere and eat anything. But Whatcheeria's most remarkable feature was its growth strategy. Unlike most early tetrapods that matured slowly, Whatcheeria raced through development. Juveniles shot up to 3 feet rapidly before growth rates slowed. This fast-track approach was unprecedented in primitive four-legged vertebrates. Getting big fast meant escaping predation. It meant dominating before competitors caught up. Whatcheeria was the T-Rex of its time, and it knew no rules. Permian powerhouses before the dinosaurs. The Permian period witnessed evolution's boldest experiments in terrestrial predation. Synapsids emerged, the lineage that would eventually produce mammals. and some became monsters. The sail-backed hunter, Dimetrodon, prowled early Permian landscapes 290 million years ago. 15 feet long and 550 pounds of apex predator. Its most distinctive feature rose from its back, a massive sail of elongated spines. For generations, people mistook Dimetrodon for a dinosaur. But it wasn't even a reptile. Dimetrodon belonged to synapsids, our ancestors. We share closer evolutionary ties to Dimetrodon than any living reptile does. That towering sail sparked endless debate. Thermoregulation seemed logical, but fossilized sails lack blood vessel evidence. Display for intimidation or mating seems more likely. Perhaps environmental camouflage in dappled forests. What isn't debatable is Dimetrodon's predatory prowess. Its teeth evolved over millions of years. Early blade-like structures gave way to serrated edges perfect for slicing flesh. Dimetrodon hunted amphibians initially, then expanded its menu as herbivorous vertebrates diversified. The bone crusher, Ankylosaurus magnificens, earned its title, the most magnificent predator of the Middle Permian. 20 feet long and 1,300 pounds. The largest carnivorous non-mammalian synapsid ever discovered. Thick skull bones absorbed tremendous impacts. Bony horned ridges above its eyes served as battering rams. When Ankylosaurus charged prey, the collision was catastrophic. Long incisors, thick canines, and recurved palatine teeth gripped and ripped flesh. Studies of Ankylosaurus's inner ear revealed surprising athleticism. This wasn't a sluggish ambush predator. It possessed speed, balance, and coordination. Ankylosaurus actively chased down prey, outmaneuvering anything foolish enough to run. Its menu included massive herbivores, tapinocephalids, dinocephalians, and pariasaurs. Ankylosaurus was built for big game hunting, equipped with bone-crushing jaws. The saber-toothed king. Then came Inostrancevia, and the Permian's final chapter was written in blood. 11.5 feet long and 660 pounds. Saber teeth reaching 6 inches in length. An extraordinary jaw gait delivered slashing, lethal bites to prey. Inostrancevia was the largest and last of the Gorgonopsians. Despite relatively small brains, these predators possessed well-developed turbinals in nasal cavities. Their sense of smell was extraordinary, perfect for tracking prey across vast distances. Inostrancevia likely ambushed victims, using powerful jaws to inflict devastating wounds. It hunted dicynodonts and pariasaurs along ancient Russian and South African river systems. When other Gorgonopsians disappeared, Inostrancevia stood alone as apex predator. Evolution had perfected the synapsid killer. Then came the Great Dying. Massive volcanic eruptions in China triggered the Permian Triassic extinction event. 252 million years ago, 90% of all species vanished. Inostrancevia and its kind disappeared forever. But their legacy survived. Synapsids endured and evolved. Eventually, they became us. These forgotten monsters ruled Earth for hundreds of millions of years. They perfected predation before dinosaurs existed. Their innovations echo through modern ecosystems. Sharp vision, powerful jaws, intelligent hunting strategies. We inherited this legacy from creatures we've never seen alive. Their bones whisper stories of violence and survival. Next time you encounter a shark or big cat, remember, they're amateurs compared to Earth's original apex predators. The real monsters lived long ago.